So, you want to build your solo gigging music career? Well, I got to ask you, why in the world would you be so crazy as to want to attempt something like that? That's number one. That blows my mind right there. But let's assume you are a little bit crazy. I think that probably would be a safe assumption. Let's get into the 5 tips that I can give you as a fellow crazy person who has ventured down this road. What do you want to do first? Build your brand. So this is, simple stuff. Create a logo, a consistent aesthetic across your social media platforms. Define your why. What are you trying to do with your music? Are you a acid rock, polka, speed metal band that's trying to get people to dance crazily all across the Iowa area? I don't know. I don't know what your actual goal is. A lot of bands and a lot of solo artists, they have their distinct brand. You get the vibe of what they're going after right away. Here in the Chicagoland market, it's cover band city. To the point where you have a lot of groups that are tribute bands even. They just stick to one very narrow genre or one specific group. They even name their band after certain songs or just put a twist on the band's name. Now, I'm not saying you have to go that crazy and pin yourself in. What I love as a solo artist is that I could execute my own vision and do whatever it is I want, and succeed or fail based on my vision alone. Now, when I was playing in a band, I had to help execute someone else's vision, and that got really old really fast for me. I guess being the bossy pants that I am, I like to execute my own vision. So then I ran my own band for a while, many years, like 17 years. And I unfortunately had to subject other guys to executing my vision. And we had a lot of success. And I even found guys that were somewhat more on the same page as me. So we had a lot of good times. But at the end of the day, that got old for them, I think, as well. And it even got old for me. So as you get older and older and you get to be an old man like me and you want to put up with less and less, you may find yourself in the solo lane, but that's okay. It's a fun lane to be in. You get to call the shots. You don't have to play Don't Stop Believing ever if you don't want to, and no one will make you play it, and that's a good thing, right, at the end of the day. So that's it. Build your brand. Decide who you want to be. Tip number 2, start small. Play anywhere you can just to build some momentum, and do it one show at a time. That's what I do. I consider every gig an audition. If I'm going to keep getting any gigs or getting any opportunities to play, it's going to be because I did well at a particular gig and people will want to either hire me for some other event that they're doing, or someone will be there that turns me on to another club. So my career has kind of always been like that. Every gig has been an audition. That being said, I do beat the canvas a little bit. I reach out to local venues. I've even done open mic nights, community events. But I just use each gig as a chance to improve what it is that I'm doing. And even in the beginning, when I first started doing this solo thing and I didn't have many gigs, but I needed some practice, I would actually set up on my driveway and rock out my neighborhood. Didn't even tell anyone I was going to do this, and then crowds would gather, and some of my neighbors absolutely loved this. This was during the COVID time. Some of my neighbors called the cops, but you got to start somewhere, and cops be damned. So do whatever you got to do. Beg some booking agents. Maybe they'll have some sympathy on you if you beg them enough. I never liked going that route myself, but get some gigs and see if it snowballs into something. And you just might find that you'll find that balance between, oh, I have a gig, oh, I learned from that, oh, I'm starting to sound a little better, and you'll be able to catch a wave, as they say. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you do, and it's really thrilling when you do catch that wave. Tip number 3, network like a pro. This means always having a business card ready, having a website ready, having a Facebook page, having Instagram, having YouTube, having TikTok. All of these things kind of have to be in place. People have to be able to find you. You have to chat with the folks that come and see you in between breaks after the show. I always love doing this. Now, I've played in bands where the guys ran backstage and hid backstage in between sets as if we were Led Zeppelin. I'm like, the most fun part is, getting to socialize in between afterwards, and had a lot of fun in life, just from being in a band, and that's part of the fun of it. So, that's it. Chat up everybody, talk to the staff, talk to whoever you can. That being said, sometimes I get so busy and I forget to check if I have a supply of business cards in my tote. So I've showed up to gigs without cards. Shit happens. I screw up too. I'm only human, but don't let it happen to you. Always bring those business cards. Always have your website up to date with all your shows. And you'll do all right, young man. You'll do all right. So tip number 4, I don't follow this one either personally, but I should. I'm going to start maybe trying to do this, is diversify your income streams. So, sell your merch at the shows. Sell posters at your gigs, maybe have an online store on your website. I have not done this, and I don't know why. I think it's because I think, who wants to buy merch from a aging solo gigging musician? Some people actually might. Some people have actually suggested it to me that I want to have a t-shirt or something like that. Maybe Sans fans or Sanzerians, I don't know. I think I'd have to have a print-on-demand situation. I don't want to invest in a bunch of shirts that ultimately will sit in my office here. But that's something you might want to do. Get your shirts together, get your merch table together, get your custom toenail clippers, your branded roach clips, your whatever it is you're going to sell. Your own rolling papers, maybe your own condoms. I don't know. There's so many opportunities that you could branch out into, but you'll have to decide what works best for your brand. And then tip number 5, I think this goes without even saying, always be improving, never stop. That means, practicing, learning new songs, refining your stage presence, working on your mix continually. These are things I do relentlessly. If you're doing it week in, week out like I am, things are going to occur to you that you could do better, easier, in a more streamlined fashion. So I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly refining my mix. I'm constantly refining my tracks because I'm a bass player, singer who plays with tracks. I, am constantly remixing them, constantly changing the arrangement, creating medleys. This stuff will just occur to you, and so if you take action on it, you'll necessarily just be improving every week. And yeah, my mantra is just follow through, follow through, follow through. Creating better social media posts, creating better titles for my YouTube videos, creating better titles for my Facebook events, creating better text for my social media posts talking about my gigs. All of this stuff you will do, and it'll occur to you, improving your logo, improving your visuals. All of this stuff will kind of occur to you, and you'll just take it upon yourself to do it because you're thinking about it and you're following through. And you're not worrying about the outcome. You're just addicted to the process, and your goals aren't those of, I want to have X amount of dollars, I want to have X amount of gigs. Your goal is, I want to improve on what I've done, and I know that I haven't done this particular thing as well as I could have. so let me improve upon that. And then if you keep doing that and you keep improving, the outcome should improve as well. But I never make the outcome my goal. That's just too depressing. And I'm not a goal-oriented guy, but I just think of things that, hey, this kind of needs to improve. Let me do it. And then, you know, let the outcome take care of itself. You know, you got enough to worry about. Tip number 6, I guess this is a bonus tip, is don't quit your day job. I know that's, you know, you're here because you want to quit your day job and you think gigging is the be-all, end-all. It's fun. But at the end of the day, you want to have that security. And it's like being in the NBA. I know a small handful of guys that are able to do it in a way where they're not, you know, on their wife's insurance. And to do it standalone, again, it comes down to having those multiple income streams. And, you know, you want to have that steady platform underneath you as long as you can, so you could build that foundation to where gigging is fun. You don't have to take every gig that you don't want to take. You don't have to play Don't Stop Believing because you're petrified of your very fickle audience just leaving you. You know, you want to be able to play the songs you want to play. You want to be able to do what you want to do. You want to be able to say no to people, and you want to be able to charge what it is that you think you're worth, and either take the gig because they're giving you what you want or walking away from it. And you want to be able to walk. You know, that's your strongest bartering position. How do you do that? By having a lot of money, you know, coming in, or having saved a lot of money and being your own fortress of solitude. And that's what's always kept gigging fun for me. I've always done it out of fun. I've always done it because I want to. And I think that comes across in the choices I'm able to make artistically, and in the attitude that I have at the gig and the energy that I have. So this is, you know, where I'm coming from. Everyone has a different experience. I don't know what yours is, but whatever it is, remember, it just takes time, a lot of passion, a lot of consistency. Just like anything, it's not going to happen overnight. I hope you guys, if you want to, go down the same path. And if you're finding this interesting, give it a like. If you're digging my channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys again sometime soon. Thanks.
Dude, you do a fantastic singer, man. That is
Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you.